Hey, this is Marty the Coach Tommy once again, and it's time for another Rhubarb Crisp post-game reports. Rhubarb Crisp last weekend had two games, one against Quebec and another one against the Bulldogs. Before we start off on the first game, we're going into the matchup. Well, okay, let's just say that prior to the matchup, I don't know, I'm just checking my Facebook, which I do a little too often, you could say, and then I see a post. It says, I can't remember his account. I think it's Kevin Willard Fisher telling Rhubarb Crisp Hockey, saying that he's going to make the comeback this weekend. I'm just saying, let him know when it's okay to make this debut. He said, and they said, I guess it was Joey who said, just come when you can. So Kevin Fisher came back to Winnipeg, and he made his debut for Rhubarb Crisp. Now let's start off with the game. In the first period, Riley McVicker would bring one off the post, but Ryan Hugervorst was able to grab the rebound and put it in to make it 1-0. Quebec would add the equalizer as a screen coach would get fooled on a shot that would pick the low corner and would tie the game. But Riley Mack would get that one back and make it 2-1, and that was the score after the first period. In the second, the pass would go back to Kevin Fisher, and he would launch a bomb from the point that would go in to make it 3-1. And then goals came from T.J. Bergen and Riley Mack again. That would make it 5-1 after the second. In the third, we were killing a penalty when, oh my God, TJ, how the heck did you do that? TJ was fighting off two guys. He managed to get loose from both of them and get a wraparound and make it 6-1. Oh my goodness, TJ. Wow. And then I believe goals would come from Kevin Fisher with another bomb from the point, and Riley Mack would net in, which would make it 7-1. Riley Mack would net 2, and then on a 3-on-2, Kevin Fisher would complete his hat trick. So, alright, so the 3 stars of the game. The third star is T.J. Bergen with his 2 goals. The second star goes to Kevin Fisher, who got the hat trick and was solid defensively. And the first star goes to Riley Mack with his 4 goals. Okay, so we go on to game number 2. And this time it's Tanner McVicker making his debut, and Corey Balkin makes his debut as well. Rhubarb Crisp comes off to a good start in the first period, as it would be T-Mac who would open the scoring and make it 1-0, and then Corey Balkin would fire a wrist shot that would score and make it 2-0. Unfortunately, not a good second period for Rhubarb Crisp, as to sum it all up, Mike Johnson tries to make a centering pass, like he threw it up the middle, and the coach makes the best save, maybe the save of the season for Rhubarb Crisp. Oh jeez, like Mike Johnson just threw it in front and it just went in my glove, Ah well. Unfortunately, we took a penalty, and then A one-timer by Tom Cates, which I couldn't see it, would make it 2-1. And then Cates again, which, sorry guys. Tom Cates, like, I've played with him for many years, and normally his slap shots are usually high, and sometimes he can't even hit the broadside of a barn, but I came out to challenge him, but it was a low along the court shot, which surprised me, and he put one through my 5-hole to make it, to tie the game. Okay, so we go on to the third period, and just the bad luck continues as some of their new acquisitions would score, including a shot that would deflect off Kevin Fisher's stick and then the same guy again, I believe, would fire a shot around Kevin Fisher, whom I thought had the perfect positioning, but they managed to fire a slap shot around him and fooled me on the blocker side to make it 4-2. We managed to cut the deficit to 4-3, but then the Bulldogs would net in 2 more as Tom Cates would fire a long shot. I'd make the first save, but the rebound popped loose, and they were all over that and netted. And the same thing, make the first save, rebound goes in. So with that being said, we lose the game 6-3, and it's time for the 3 stars of that game for Rhubarb Crisp. The third star goes to Aaron Gentz. Aaron Gentz, actually, you know what? He had a good game. He hustled hard. He had a lot of chances. He had a good game. The second star will go to Corey Balkin, and the first star goes to Tanner McVicker. So that's it for the game summaries, and we've got one game next weekend. It's a 10:30 at night game against Extreme to Dangerous. We are 1-1 against them in the season series, and just to show just a strange stat, we are 3-1 this season when Ryan Hugervorst shows up. So Hoogie, poke, hint, hint. Nah, it's okay. Yeah, it's pretty much it. Don't really know what else to say about that one. So once again, this video is brought to you by rhubarbcrisphockey.com. The goaliescrease.ca, not the goaliescrease.ca. My goodness. And support Ross Cook, TJ Bergen, and former Rhubarb Crisp member Matt Bell, which is Rossi and the Whiteouts, on hot103live.com, or at least I think that's the link. You can also find a link on the Rhubarb Crisp hockey site, and vote for them in support for their Winnipeg Jets related song. That's all for me, and the best crisp is Rhubarb Crisp.